guys, welcome back to my channel, Celebrating with Amber. I am having a Halloween party tomorrow in right about 24 hours, like from right now. So I figured what better time to get started than now. I mean, maybe a week ago, but I'm just getting fully started on getting everything ready for my Halloween party. It is with my girls group. There will be 7 kids for sure. 5 of the girls from our youth group. We have 2 brothers. And then the girls have the opportunity to invite friends if they want. So there are at least 2 maybes on the friends list. So that's the kids that we're expecting, plus at least 3 adults, but there could be up to like 5 or 6 adults, depending on who comes. So I have everything I've been buying. If you follow me over on my other channel, Amber's to-do list, I have been hauling the stuff for quite a while. So I'm not like everything isn't last minute here, but I have been hauling it and sticking it in boxes. There you go, Ethel. So like I have a box just full of supplies and another one right there, because that was what was easiest at the time. So we're going to go through the boxes. We're going to talk about, and I'm going to kind of sort. I don't know how because I have 3 dogs with me on the couch, but I'm going to start sorting things that are for games, because there's stuff for games in here. I'm doing carnival games. There's stuff for prizes. There's stuff for a candy charcuterie board. It's actually going to be a tray, like a tier tray. And maybe some decorations, but probably not a lot of decorations. But because I have all my haunted circus decorations from last year for my trunk or treat that I'm reusing. So with that, let's go through everything I have so then I can sort it. If I need to run to the store for anything very last minute, I can. Today's video is going to be very vlog style. We're going to start here. We're going to DIY and make some of the things. We're going to put the food together and decorate. And ultimately, like, I'll show you kind of maybe the party a little bit because, you know, kids. But so that's kind of the plan today. I don't know how long this video is going to end up being at all, but hopefully it turns into a fun like vlog style. So first of all, I have some skulls. These are for skull toss. Somewhere I have a basket. I don't know where. Somewhere I have a basket that I need to cut the bottom out of. And then it's like basketball, but with skulls. And I have 3 of them. So that's for that game. 2 of my dogs left me. They went to the other couch. And we have to just take the price tags off. I wonder where my basket is. Hopefully, like I said, it's in that box. So 3 skulls for that. Then I'm going to play ring toss of some sort. As we go through, then I'll make sure. But I think I have arms that I'm going to put on poster board. I also have a whole stack over here of foam board. I have 1 white and 4 black ones to work with. And I have a trifold board over too. It has decorations on it. It's left over from Braxton's birthday party. So it was his birthday board that I kept in case I want to use it. But I have these necklaces, 2, 4, 6. There's 6 of them in here. Yeah, 6 pieces to be the rings for ring toss. Because I figure we'll pop them, we'll turn them into rings, try to catch them on the hands, which will be somewhere. So that's a game item. This is a prize. I think I probably have too many prizes, but I know everyone's going to at least get 1 to 2. So I figure why not? So I have a pitchfork. This came from Five Below in their dollar section. So they were actually $1, as well as this the set of bracelets in, it must be red because it's showing red. And then this set of bracelets in green, because it shows you on the back what colors they could be. And then these are mini glow sticks. I was going to put these on the candy board, the candy charcuterie tray. I have some cups to do like the big prizes. So I'm going to do 2 different games for the bigger prizes. One is going to be a costume contest. So I'm going to make some sort of little voting papers for that, so everyone can blindly vote for their favorite costume. And then also we're gonna do guess the number of eyeballs, which should be within this stuff too. And I got this one so I can make more of a boyish prize, because I know my boys won't use this cup, but they might use this cup. So that is definitely one of the prizes. If you hear puppy whining, it's Sophie over here. You can see her just right here. Oh, I shocked you. Just right here. She's over here just making all kinds of noises. All right, I have cotton candy. I don't know if this is going on the charcuterie tray or it's one of the prizes. There's actually quite a few things that we will see if it's going to be a prize in itself or on the candy tray. There's 6 of those. Probably a prize since there's only 6. I also have, so I showed the 2 cups because I was going to do a big prize that way. But I'll probably do 2 variations because I can do this one too. And then this cup. And I should have enough stuff. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff. So there's going to be 2 big prizes. One that's going to be more geared towards like a boy, but anyone can win it. And one that's more geared towards a girl, but anyone can win it. I also have another one of these. This is what I'm going to put the eyeballs in for the guess the number of eyeballs. So this one is a game. All right. These I picked up at Dollar Tree to go in some of the little prizes. I'm going to do little prizes too. They're in there. They're the little pumpkins, and I'm going to put a couple things in there, but these are going to be in the little prizes, and everyone's going to get some of those. All right. Ooh, scooping up a whole bunch. So these are the hands that I picked up for ring toss. They're salad tongs, or they're tongs, but I liked it that I got 2 for my $1.50 instead of just 1. And so these are going to be the hands. So somehow I have to make these stick into the foam board. And then we'll do ring toss. We're going to do a ducky game, you know, like, because they're carnival games, because it's going to be a haunted carnival. And these are the ducks. I got these at Five Below. And they were $1 each. I'm going to test them to see if they float before, but I think I'm just going to write like a number on here. And then the number will correlate with a prize. And some of the prizes will be the ducks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them unless any of them jumped down there. And then something is smelling very perfumey in here. I have 3 of these baskets, or well, they're spiderweb baskets, and they look like this. And hopefully in my Halloween stash I have enough spiders because I never found spiders. And that's going to be somehow like a spider toss. And you have to like make it into when you get points. I need to figure out my point and prize system. But that's, you know, that's fine. We'll figure that out. So these are all game items. So I'll put those over there. And then these are some of the prize items. I found this lip balm at Dollar Tree. It's Nightmare Before Christmas with 0 on it. Then I got this lip gloss with Jack, also from Dollar Tree, and this lip gloss from Dollar Tree. Then this was a lotion. This one came from Five Below. I think it was $2 instead of $1.25. So I got a bunch of those things. Maybe that's what I'm smelling. This is from Dollar Tree. Their bath crumbles in blueberry scent. And those I feel like I will put, like, open up one of these and do like a whole prize coming out of it type of thing. That's like the plan. And then just some little creepy crawlies as well. These ones are spiders. These ones are centipedes. And they glow in the dark. Those are just some of the little prizes too. I had these left over from Lorelei's birthday party. They're rock candy. And so I thought I would use these as well in some of the prize thingies. This one is definitely for the candy charcuterie board. They are the popping candies, and you get 3 of them in per package. There's another one somewhere because I bought another one because 6 isn't enough, and I knew it wouldn't be. This is a prize. Hopefully they feel melted, like they all melted together. They feel like one big lump. That's a sad day. The zombies don't. And I didn't check them at the store, but I know that that's been happening. So I have Peeler's Zombies, which are strawberry and raspberry. Pumpkins, which are orange, but it's like one big, I could tell that that's one big thing. And then the Mummies, which is apple, orange, and strawberry, and those ones are fine. Well, darn, the oranges, maybe we won't do those as a prize because that's no fun. Then I got some socks. We have Nightmare Before Christmas and Liquid Death, which is water, which is so funny, but it says R.I.P. Thirst, and it's got like the blood dripping. So I thought those would be cute. And like something like if my boys won it, you know, they wouldn't be sad over that, but they wouldn't wear Nightmare Before Christmas. All right, we are getting to the bottom of this box. I have some little mini erasers from Halloween. I have a Wicked lotion. I got some other Wicked stuff too, somewhere along the lines. And another lip gloss. Then is the guessing game. These are the eyeballs. They're gum. So when I count, there's 35 in one bag. So it makes my counting easy. And then I'll just have to figure out how many from the other bag. So that's a game. I have one lollipop in here. I don't know where that came from, but there's a lollipop. I have a whole bag of them too. And then the blue glow bracelets. So this one is now empty. I think I'm going to start using that for game stuff because we are sorting. The prizes are all on the table. That can stay. And we'll start doing the game stuff in there. Before I fully invest. Oh, there's a bunch in here. I have a Halloween CD, but not a CD. I do have a CD player in the garage. I grabbed this at a thrift store for $2.29. I was like, that would be fun. But we also might just put stuff on the TV. Now, these are how I'm doing my prize little things. There's 4 in here. I got several. And I saw someone else do this. Like, they were like more like of a gift, but you do like a piece of candy. And then I could do like a piece of candy, like the lotion, and something else in there. And they're each like a good little prize in these. So I have the orange ones and the green ones for that. So I thought that would be fun. I have eyeballs for like almost beer pong, but like, you know, you bounce it and it has to land in something. That's why I picked up the eyeballs. This was from last year. Last year I did a Hocus Pocus themed party where we just watched a movie, and I got a prize because we did guess the number of candies for that one too. And this came in it, but this was not from Hocus Pocus. It says, I myself am strange and unusual, and I can't remember what movie it's from, but it wasn't Hocus Pocus. But I figured I could add it to one of the prizes here. I don't even know where it came from. Oh, I think this came from my best friend's daughter's birthday party, but it's a crock charm that I won't use. But I also have a whole bag of Halloween crock charms. I will be honest, I pulled out all my favorites because I bought them because I wanted them, and then I knew that I would use the rest for like prizes. So we'll put this Hello Kitty one. I can't remember who she is. I can't remember her name. And then I have this bracelet that I think was supposed to say spooky, but it says Pookie. So if someone wants that, because I might do like a little prize bin of like things people could choose from too. I have this cauldron. This is from Dollar Tree, but it's huge. And this was going to be where my duckies, like the ducky pool, because it's like a cauldron, but then so like a little bit, you know, a little bit creepy because it's a haunted circus or a haunted carnival. So I'll start putting that stuff in there. Okay, one second. Let me get the other box. All right, I have all the game stuff. I put it in that box so it'll be separate, and then that way I can start having everything sorted. I picked these up just the other day. I thought they were so cute. I pulled a couple out for decorations in my decor. I might use some for prizes too because I just thought they were really cute, and why not? These were just in my stash, some stickers. So in case I need stickers for anything, I have those. And these rings too were left over from the Boo baskets and Halloween baskets that I made earlier this year. And so I have those left over. I have these. These might be actually the cups that I'll use for the eyeballs, where you have to like bounce them and land them in. So I think these will work. It's poison, toxic, potion, and trick or treat. So I think both of those are cute, and they'll go with all the theme. I have this bag, which is candy for the charcuterie board, so we'll get to that. And here are some more prizes. I have a 0 Pez dispenser. I thought he was cute. And then, sorry, I have a frog in my throat. I got these actually for the drink table. I'm going to do grenadine in them and serve them with Sprite. And then you like do the syringe and you put the grenadine into the Sprite to make kind of like a Shirley Temple type drink. I saw it on a Facebook reel. I did not come up with that idea, but I thought it seemed like a really fun one. So I bought those for that. So that is different than, that's like a serving thing, which I have some of, but that's different. For my little prizes, I have skulls too. So I have 3 pumpkins, some skulls. Somewhere I have cauldrons too, but I think those are just in my decor. Some more leftover stickers. These were from my Halloween and, well, for my boo baskets. These were also left over from the boo basket, so I thought I would use them here, as well as just a couple bubbles and witch fingers to be able to put into the little prize buckets. Ah, my pile is wanting to fall. Some more syringes. I bought 4, so there's 16 of them all together. Do I think 16 people will drink that drink? Probably not. I did pick these up at Five Below. I was not finding them at Dollar Tree. I don't know if these were the exact ones Dollar Tree had or not. I knew they had masks. I wanted them, couldn't find them. I thought they were $2 at Five Below, but then they rang up $3. And by then I was just like, whatever. So they were $3 each. A little higher of a price point that I would not have wanted to spend, but I got another pair of socks that were more geared for like the boys, one of the boys' bigger baskets. So these, like, and I'll do the socks in them and stuff because I got the 2 pairs of socks and other stuff in there. I have, it was Oogie Boogie. I have 2 of these guys now because I couldn't remember. I thought it was 0. It was not. I have these somewhere else though, hopefully in this bag, because I found some more of these. If not, I have to go find where I put them. But I have Sally and Oogie Boogie. I have found Jack and 0 too, and another one of these guys because I thought that I did not already have him. So I bought him again. Then a little bit more rock candy. And this is the basket for like basketball. So I'm going to cut the bottom out of this and use the skulls like basketball. Then lastly in here is really, this was left over in my Halloween stuff from before. We have like spider rings. We have glow-in-the-dark witch fingers. There's some pencils in here. And these are from one year I did a trunk or treat. There's even some more eyeballs left. I did a trunk or treat one year, and these are leftover prizes. I was hopeful. I have another game. Yay. I was hopeful, though, that there was going to be vampire teeth in there, because I tried to get some, and they were sold out. All right. Moving on. We're going to not do the candy quite yet. We're going to throw that on the floor. We're going to use this box for prizes, so let me show you some of the serving stuff that I have. And this is mostly out of my stash. We have a witch's hat, chip, or cookie plate. And I don't know if I'm going to use all this. I just pulled it out when I was putting away everything I didn't use in case. We have the 3 tray ghosts, and this one glows in the dark. We have cookie cutters. The reason I bought these were to be kind of barriers on a charcuterie candy board, but I never used them for that, and now they're just sitting in here. And I have the RIP little bowl. I have some little ghost plates that look like the Pac-Man ghosts. That one has the sticker residue still on it. Super cute. I do use these guys usually on candy boards to separate out candy. We have these ghosty bowls, and these will be for candy, food. I might not even use it all, but I have it. We have this tray. More cookie cutters. This Beware bowl. And some of these ones just say Happy Halloween with those little bowls from Dollar Tree. And just 2 cute bowls. I got this one at a thrift store this year. It says Boo. And then this was in my stash, and it's a cute little pumpkin bowl. And then I am looking at my 3-tier tray. I'm stepping on things. This is what I'm doing my candy board on. It's like a 3-tier tray. I did it for the Halloween party and it worked out perfect. So that's some of the serving ware for the party potentially. This is going to be a long video because we're already 20 minutes in just going through my stuff. And this doesn't even include decorations. Alright, one sec. Alright, I put all that stuff away, but I didn't need you to hang out because it takes too long. Alright, I have some suckers. These are going to probably be for prizes, not the candy tray. But I think because it's a haunted carnival, these kind of suckers. One sec. Sorry, Sophie is my dad's dog. She coughs, and so I want to make sure she was good real quick. Alright, so I got the swirl suckers. Those will be part of the prizes. I thought this might be cute with the food. Eat, drink, and be scary. Or with a drink somewhere. Just somewhere when I put the food and stuff out. So that's a decoration piece. Words are hard. We have... Okay. That's going to all go in candy. We got some little dip. Or I'm going to make a cheese dip. And so that's a cheese dip, like for the cheese dip. And like in case anyone wants dip. My menu is hot dogs and barbecue sauce, pigs in a blanket, chips and dip, chicken nuggets, and probably a jack-o'-lantern pizza. And then I have 2 types of drinks I'm making. I'm doing a jack-o'-lantern punch and then like the Shirley Temples that you just saw the things for. And then other people are bringing some sweets, and I'm doing a candy tray. And then other people are bringing sweets. So that's the menu. I have these. I only have one, and I couldn't find more when I was thinking about looking for them. But they're little cup bowl things. These plates were all in my stash already. We have Creep It Real, these pumpkins, and these pumpkins. So I am very last minute because it's already almost Halloween. And so they don't have that stuff in stores. I got some straws. I don't think I want the pink ones. I think the orange ones or the green ones for the stems of the jack-o'-lantern punch. And then maybe the orange ones for the other, or the green ones maybe for the grenadine drink. Alright, yes, here is 0. And here is Jack. So I do have both of those. And here is the second Oogie Boogie, because my bad, I forgot who I bought. But that's okay. Those are falling on the floor. Then I needed silverware, so we have these, and then Happy Halloween napkins. These came from my stash. I did buy these. And then I think lastly for the prizes, I have this Wicked nail polish that I got at Dollar Tree, and then these Wicked bath bombs also from Dollar Tree. So I have a kind of a Wicked themed stuff. I have Nightmare Before Christmas themed stuff. Just things that I think people, the kiddos, will like. I picked up some circus peanuts. That was in case I need them for decorations, because I need to probably repair some of my stuff. And then I got this dog toy knife, and I thought that would be cute for decorations too. Lastly, holy moly, lastly, I have a bunch of stuff falling. I have a bunch of candy for the candy charcuterie tray. Probably too much. So we have Peeps. We have the Monsters or Frankenstein Peeps. And we have the Ghost Peeps. Hopefully in here we have the pumpkin ones, because I thought I had pumpkin ones. We have Halloween Mike and Ike's and Halloween Sour Patch Kids. We have Halloween Suckers, Witches' Hats, Frankenstein, Pumpkins, and Ghosts. Here are the Peeps pumpkins. We have Boo Bling, so bracelets and rings. There's some more. Oh, we have Witch Finger Suckers, and then I knew I had picked up some more of those. We have candy corn because it might be gross, but you have to put it on a Halloween candy tray. And then there's also jelly pumpkins as well. We have caramel apple suckers. This has been gotten into because I've used it for several things, but there's plenty of suckers to still put out on the tray. Maybe, depending if I decide to put it out, we have the Sour Punch straws. We'll see. We have Kit Kats that are shaped like Dracula. A few of those. And these are open because I used them on another candy tray early at the Halloween party. We have the pumpkin Reese's peanut butter cups. I meant to get more of these and I never did. We have the gummy cat and bats. These are actually pretty good because I was eating those at the Halloween party. We have a few of these Ghirardelli jack-o'-lanterns left. I don't know how many. A few of those left. They are caramel apple, caramel, or just milk chocolate. And we have some more Twizzler ghosts. So that'll be on the candy tray. All right, that's everything I'm working with. I'm going to sort it and put it away. I think I'm going to work on prizes first and get the prizes put together and then probably move on to the games. And then we'll be back tomorrow. You're going to be with me both days. You're going to be with me right now and then tomorrow when I'm decorating and stuff. So thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you have fun with this. I'll talk to you again before it ends, but I'm going to start sorting and working on prizes. I started this task by separating out what was going to be in the little prizes and what was going to be in like the big prizes. Ultimately, the little buckets, what I decided to do with those was make those like a goodie bag. So everyone got to take one of those when they left. So everyone got a sucker, a little pail, a little bucket pail thing, and two little toys in those. Those were like my thank you for coming. And believe me, everyone got a prize. So the first game we played, everyone got just a participation prize. And then the games after that, everyone got kind of the winning prizes. But everyone walked away with something in their hands. But I did sort out first, decided which was going to be what kind of prize. I sorted kind of an A pile and a B pile, like higher prizes and kind of like the participation prizes. So I sorted out everything I had. Now, if you've been here for a while, it's probably an easy guess to know that I love putting together like gift baskets and little gift things. So putting these cups and like the little skull thing together is one of my favorite things to do, and try to make them look cute, try to make everything fit, make it so you could see everything. It's just, I have so much fun putting these things together. So these were my big prizes. They each had a cup or like that skull and a couple more things in it than the little bitty prizes. And everyone enjoyed getting them. So everything got picked except for the skull. So I still have that sitting here. But other than that, everyone did pick one of these cup prizes. I had several big winners. We had big winners for several different things. We had best costume, first and second place. We had the closest to the guess the number of eyeballs. You'll see that here in a minute. First and second place. And then I did a prize for something else. I can't remember. Last night was exhausting and kind of a blur. And as I'm editing this video, I had the party last night. So you'll see it. You're seeing it the day after. So here I am putting the cups together. Now, the night before, I also colored some cups. I drew on jack-o'-lantern faces because one of the punches or one of the drinks I did was jack-o'-lantern punch. And so I just made a bunch of different jack-o'-lantern style faces. And it's really cute because then when you have the orange punch in it, it looks like a little pumpkin. And then you're going to see afterwards where I cut some straws, and especially the green ones. I put the green ones in these cups specifically so that it would be like the little stem. So here I am just coloring a couple cups for you. But as you see, I did a whole bunch of them beforehand. All right, we're back. It is the next day of the party, and I am nowhere near done. So let me show you what I've done, or what I got done last night. So I got all these little prizes done. I did little cups. You saw me putting those together. They each have a sucker in them, some sort of little toy, and then some sort of little extra. So like a sucker, a little koosh ball thingy, and an eraser, a sucker, a thing of bubbles, and a spider ring, a sucker, a light up bracelet, and a bug, stuff like that. And then I got the 4 big ones done. 3 of them have socks. 1 of them has the Pez dispenser, and then some candy and a little thing. So I got all those prizes done. And then in here is everything kind of else. And I'm going to do like 2 different prize buckets, like a second place and third place. I don't know. Something like that. I cut the bottom out of this basket, which was no easy task. I didn't record it. I wasn't going to bore you with it because that took forever. I just used an X-Acto knife. Took forever. That's for skull toss. So I got that done. Washed all the dishes that I need, except for there's at least one more that I thought of after the fact. It was late. I got all the syringes washed for one of the drinks. I don't know if I'm going to use all of everything, but it's better to be washed and ready. And then the crock pots for the warm food. And then I did the cups. So I got the faces drawn. They all have a different face. I cut the straws down. They were way too long. Plus they expand. And then I cut those straws for the other drinks. So I did the green and the pumpkins and stuff. And I also went to the store today. I got the Fanta stuff for cheese dip, the stuff that didn't come in my Walmart order at the beginning of the week. So I had to run to the store and get that. Now I have a goal. It is currently 10:23. I have a goal to have all my games done by noon. We'll see. So I'm going to work on getting all the games done now. Alright, that was the easiest game to put together. I just counted gumballs. And it came in a bag of 35, so the first 35 was counted for me. The winner, okay, let me tell you, there's 62. I'm not going to post this until tomorrow, so after the party, there's 62. I also forgot to tell you last night I made these. It says hello blank, so they could write their name. How many eyeballs are in the jar? And then their guess. And by making these, I found templates on Canva, and then I printed and cut them. We're also going to do a costume contest, and so I did this. It's the Halloween costume contest. Who has the best costume? First choice and second choice. So I made those as well. So I made those last night, cut them and everything. That was one of the tasks I did. But first game done, and it took no time at all. But now we have the box of everything else that's going to take longer. So let's get going on the next one. So I started with the easiest game, and then I probably moved on to the hardest one to put together. And this one is for ring toss with the skeleton hands. I did have this trifold board left over. I kept it for this reason. It was for my son's birthday, which you will see that video eventually. But this was for his birthday celebration. I make a happy birthday board every year. So I started by pulling off the letters. Super unnecessary. I don't know why I spent the time doing that once I got started. But I took all the letters off, or the ones that were like loose, and stuck poster board over it in red. And that part was easy. But then once we get to the hands, you will see there's a lot of holding and waiting for hot glue to dry. So this one put me over my time limit of hoping to be done by noon, because this took a lot longer than I was expecting. So the supplies I grabbed to attach the hands was zip ties. I kind of thought maybe if I crossed them over, my brain couldn't make that work. So I didn't end up using the zip ties on this at all. but I just sliced in some X's and stuck the hands in them and put a lot of glue and held forever until it dried. And then it started dripping. So I don't know, to try to make it look creepy, I dripped a bunch of hot glue on it. I don't know. The kids asked me what that was supposed to be. And they're like, it's glue, isn't it? And I said, yes, it's glue. I was trying to make a Haunted Carnival game. But this did take a lot longer, like I said, than I expected. In my brain, it was an easy task. In reality, it just hot glue was taking forever to dry. But ultimately, it held through and it played the game, and it's still sitting here, and my kids played it after the party. So we have now a ring toss game. Next, we're moving on to skull toss. This one ultimately wasn't as difficult. However, making the legs for the board to stand up was a little bit harder, but I had an idea of what I was going to do. I just used another piece of foam board, cut piece of it off, cut some slits in both the main board and then the little piece of board, and made little feet. Now, it didn't really hold up to the game, so luckily one of the adults that were here at the party stood behind it. She was very brave because she had skulls flying at her, but she did a great job, and the game held up, and it was a lot of fun. Now, this board was very boring, plain by itself, so of course I had to decorate it. I did write skull toss on it just with a white chalk marker and used some of the cotton spider webs. You know, it's a haunted carnival, so it needed to be like hauntedly decorated. So this is me kind of decorating it, giving it some character. Now this was another easy one to just test for. I had a feeling these ducks weren't going to float upright. They usually don't when you buy them like this. And so I wanted to test, and they definitely didn't. They would fall either backwards or forwards. So I was doing this because I was going to write a prize on them, and I wanted to see where to write it. So I wrote it on their bums, not on their bottoms, because if I wrote it on the bottoms, they would have seen it. So their little tail bums had the prizes written on it. And now to the last game, which fortunately was pretty easy other than me figuring out the layout of where I wanted the little cups. But this is just going to be eyeball toss. I was going to do eyeball bounce, but the eyeballs didn't bounce on the poster board. So it's eyeball toss, which was a true carnival game because the eyeballs like to bounce out of the cups. There were some winners, so it was possible, but a lot of them bounced out of the cups. But here I am setting up and decorating this board. All right, let's talk about the games now that they are done. First, we have skull toss. We have 3 skulls. We have a basket. It was not perfectly centered, but hey, it's a Haunted Carnival. So I used it to write the name Skull Toss in a chalk marker and decorated it with spider webs. You saw that I cut some poster board and made a base. It's not very even, but it's standing. So we have Skull Toss all done as our first game. Next, we have ring toss. I had some struggles with the glue drying, so I had to hold the hands forever. But we have these ones that are in a little bit further, those ones that are out. I don't think I'm going to do any kind of scoring, just if they ring a hand. So we have the light up necklaces to be the rings, so we'll pop those later. But we have the ring toss. I don't know what I was doing with the glue. It was looking a little messy, so we just have like weird droplets. You know, it's a Haunted Carnival. And then you saw the trifold board. That is left over from my son's birthday party, and I don't mind the graffiti on it. I feel like it works. So that is ring toss. Then we have eyeball throw. I did 5 cups all staggered a little further back. I mean, really, if they make one in. Kids are getting prizes tonight. That's the plan. But I hot glued everything on there. They have a bunch of eyeballs watching them and maybe to bounce their eyeballs off of. 5 tries in that bowl. And yeah, we have eyeball throw as one of our games. We're going to have duck pond. That's, a game where everyone's a winner. I tested them out. They don't float. They fall backwards. So I wrote the prize on their bums. So we have A, B, and D. D means they win a duck. There's 2 of those. See, there's one. So that means they'll just get to keep the duck. And then there's 2 A's and 1 B. And that'll just mean what basket they get to pick a prize out of. And if they get A or B, they put it back so that everyone can play. And if they get the duck, they get to keep the duck because... yeah, there's 5 of them, and there'll be more than 5 people playing. So that'll be duck pond in the cauldron as soon as it's closer to time, because I'm not going to fill it up and have water yet. But that is, and these are the 2 ones for bigger prizes, the cup prizes. We have guess the number of eyeballs in the skull jar, and then they'll write their guess, fold it, and put it in that little cup. And then we have the costume contest, where everyone gets to pick a first and second choice, and I might do 2 winners for each of these, like do first and second to do the 4 cups depending on who wins. So and then they'll fold them up and put them in this basket. I bought these. I was going to do a spider toss game. I never found spiders, so we're just going to use these as prize bowls and the costume contest bowl. So now that all the games are done, I am going to start decorating. All right, we're back here again, going through my items. We are getting ready to decorate. I have prizes done. I have games done. I still need to do food. My hope is to get that started in about an hour. And I have not looked at my Haunted Carnival decorations since last year when they all got boxed up. So here's hoping that they're pretty much good to go. I did buy this one this year. I found it at Goodwill. I just thought it was a perfect creepy mask to put somewhere. So we got that. I also found this. It's from Wicked, the movie, and it's a flying monkey. And I just, again, thought he was perfect. And he was only $1.99. So I'll find a spot for him. This I bought last year. It broke during the trunk or treat, so hopefully I can get it to stand up. But it's the animatron clown guy, but he has been through some stuff last year. Like, his head has a bunch of zip ties on it trying to keep it together. And this is one of the masks from last year too. I have a whole pile of clowns. We'll get to that. But we're gonna open up this box. It's a size large moving box of the stuff, and literally I just tossed it all in here and said we'll figure this out later. And today, the day of my party, is later. All right, I have a big top, whatever this thing you would call it, stuff. I have a big top stuff that I'm gonna figure out where to hang. I'm thinking maybe if I could get it in this like walkway, that would be really cool. But I don't know. I can't get up that high by myself, and I don't have anyone here to help me today. So I have 3 pieces. We have, this was my ring for my trapeze skeleton. She was glued on there and she fell off. I still have my glue gun out from doing the games. So if I can try to glue her back on, I will. But she's got her little dress on. She's my little trapeze skeleton. It's a dollar skeleton and they don't bend well. So we will see. We'll see if we have time. She's the bottom of my list. But if I can fix her and hang her up, I will. We have some hands. These are just like the ones I use for my game, but these ones look like they're glow in the dark. I don't know what those were for. A tablecloth and some creepy cloth and a tablecloth. I have bugs and spiders. These went on my concession stand. So we'll see once we get to that. Oh, I have 2 large, like green skeletons. Those are my clown skeletons. And they are in the garage. So I will have to get those out. Because here is their costumes. Here is one, it gets a hat. Here's the other one's wig. We also have some like Harry Potter clown glasses. They have more, I know. I see. There's a tie. So they're just skeletons. Here's a bow that I put little outfits on. I will link in the description box the link to the trunk or treat, so you can see how I set this all up for a trunk versus how I'm going to try to do it today. Hopefully it works out today. Here are some gloves that go on the skeletons, and here is some noses too. So that is like their costumes. So we'll get those out of the garage, get them dressed. I see my other creepy mask. I get afraid to like pull on things because I don't know what's like on top. This was my lemonade I made last year. Still looks good. It's got ice, lemons, and eyeballs in it. So I'm going to find a spot to decorate a concession stand in here with the creepy foods, because that was one of the things I did for the circus or the trunk. Here's my creepy popcorn, and it's like skulls and popcorn all mixed in with some blood. Still looks good. I'm so glad for that. Super fun. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I said that I'm probably going to set this all up outside too for the for on Halloween night. This one is just an ice cream man, and I got this at Target just like this. And then I have this one. This is what I did to this one. I added like maggots and spiders and blood. So this is what it looked like. I kept that one because if I was going to do a trunk this year, I wanted to do ice cream for ice cream. But I didn't do a trunk this year, so that did not happen. Let's see how this held up. Oh, perfect. It's my cotton candy. Gross. So, all this stuff, like I know it's fake. I made it, and it still gives me the heebie-jeebies. So, that almost flew off the table. We have, this must all be on my extras. So in case I needed to fix or add or what my plans were, that's a bag of extra stuff. I was wondering where this went. This was my candy corn guessing game. We played this last year at our Halloween party. It ended up in this box. We have an extra bone. So all that stuff will go up there. All right, so this is some of my concessions and gross stuff. And this all got rained on a lot last year, so I am curious to see. And I don't want to drop any of it. Okay, so we have bloodied tickets. Of course I dropped some. Like you can get into the carnival tickets. We have extra like fingers and rats in here. And an eyeball. And another rat, a handful of rats, and they just were like hanging out around the food. This is a knife that doesn't, okay, let's get to the fingers. We have an ear and another rat, but this was lunch, and it's actually not, I mean, I guess it getting rained on, I mean, it looks flat, but, you know, chicken fingers, but like fingers was one of the foods. Not terrible. Not unusable, thank goodness. Okay, these are more kind of what I was worried about. It's the candy and stuff that got wet. I see that we are losing bugs. So this was a sucker, and there's a bug on the back. So we're losing some bugs off of some of it. Another sucker with like bugs coming out of it. This one I was worried about too. We have loose bugs. This one I can see that there's glue, so like I need to put gloves, but it's circus peanuts that are very expired. But were they even good to begin with? Probably not. But I could do a dab of glue and glue some bugs back on the circus peanuts. And then this one, I opened it because there's a like cockroach going into it, but not bad. That's an easy repair. I just need to plug in the glue gun again. And we'll fix those up. Glue the candy or the bugs back on. And this one has tiny little baby rats. That was, I ordered it from TEMU when they were much smaller. Okay. We have some creepy little clowns. This came from Michael's. We have my lion, because we have the lion jumping through the hoop. So here's the lion. What I think I'm going to do, and I need to hurry it up, is take down my jack-o'-lanterns and my candy corn and decorate in there. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to go with, because that's how it'll all show. Because it's designed for a trunk, so they're not like big decorations. So this is my fire hoop. It wasn't holding up great last year either, because like we have all these bends in it. It's going to work. And I'm surprised that it's still even doing as well as it is for the fact that it got rained on. So, gonna call that one a win. We have, here's another ice. Oh man, I just dropped a bug. Another ice cream. We lost a bug off of it. But still, I mean, I'm very glad. We have, this one's a creepy bear. I just found this at the bins. And this is what he looked like to begin with. And I got a ball. And it's a bear that, you know, does tricks on a ball. And he's creepy. He's still creepy. He's creepy. Alright. So we got those two things. Can we get these out? Because these are... Okay. I got my scary masks on skulls. And they were hot glued on there. Still on there, though. Still on there. And then we have, oh shoot, this one. So another just creepy face. So, still on there. Stay. Now he's on the floor. Gertrude's like, what is that? This one, oh, okay, we have some rats and bats. Just rats and bats. That one still even has a price tag, so it probably wasn't even used for anything. This is more than just Haunted Circus. I think this is some of the stuff that, like, at the end, I was just, okay, I need to find a spot for it. And it went in here. This is my symbol monkey. Symbol monkey that I made because I couldn't find one. So he's got the symbols, his hat, and a bloodied shirt to be a symbol monkey. Which, for whatever reason, to me says circus. I don't know. Carnival. This is the concession stand. We have... This one in my comments, someone was watching my Haunted Circus from last year from the trunk or treat. And I got a comment about how it wasn't funny. She was not amused by it. But it's my sad elephant. Because it's a haunted circus, and so it's got a bone, and it's got this because it's a haunted circus. That's the only reason. I found it at the bins. It's a haunted circus. Elephants go with circuses, and it needed to, like, be creepy. It needed to be creepy. So that's why. Oh, and I have this. It was a bucket. I just cut the handles off, you know, for, like, the circus elephants. So, I'm sorry. But I was going with circus. Oh, my monkey lost his hat. We're almost done in here for like this stuff because I have a bunch of random stuff, but that doesn't count. We have a bloody knife. That'll just go out with the stuff. This is what my skeletons had. Were these fun toys. We have the bat and the hammer thing. And the hammer's already got the blood on it and the bat, you know? Because it's haunted. It's haunted. Is that it? Is that it? That might be it. That's where some of my stuff went. I have some blood. We don't have time for that. Bunch of little doodads still down here, but... Alright, that's what I'm working with. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is take down the jack-o'-lanterns, the witch stuff, and the candy corn stuff. Just put it all in a tote, because I have some empty totes. Oh, I have to show you the clowns too. I'll do that in a quick second. And then I think I'm just going to decorate that part, and then we're going to do the games like in front of the small couch, because in that way like throwing skulls won't hit anything. And then obviously the food in the kitchen. So that's kind of what my plan is right now. It is, time check, 1:19. The party starts at 5:45. So we're good. We're good, right? Right? Okay. I'm going to take you off the tripod and I'm just going to show you all the creepy clowns. That's the box that we just emptied. And then here is a pile of clowns. Let's try to get them off in order. We have this creepy clown guy. Don't mind my shoes down there, just hanging out. This guy. This hanging creepy clown. Some of these I bought. Some of them I got like, well, I bought all of them, but some of them I got like on Frugal. Frugal is our local buy sell site. Got this one. He's all twisted up, so we'll have to take him apart. I got this at Five Below last year for the Haunted Circus. And this is another one that came from my local buy sell site. So he's more haggard than some of the others. So this one and that one came from local buy sell, and then the other two were bought by us. So those are my creepy clowns on top of my skeletons, on top of my other stuff. All right, I'm going to start taking down. So like I said, I'm going to take down the pumpkins. I'm going to take down the witch stuff. That's my light for you guys. And I'm going to take down the candy corn. And I'm going to decorate this whole area for the circuit, or for the carnival. I'm going to obviously leave up my wall decor because that'll work still. So, all right. Whew. Let's get going. My goal, let's set a goal. I'm going to start on food by 3. So my goal is to have this done by 3. I wonder if I can get us all decorated in an hour and a half. I think I can. All right. I'm going to take down the stuff. I'm not going to have you watch me do that, but then I will bring you back once I start decorating. So I think the hardest part of decorating was the layout of what I wanted to put where, how to make it all fit. It was designed for a trunk. So what was I going to do to make it all show and fit and kind of, work? So that was my hardest part. But once I had that going, decorating was really easy. And I don't think I say it anywhere, but I was on time. I was done decorating by 3. I ran to go get a pizza because I got the jack-o'-lantern pizza by 3, and I was back by 3:30 to work on food. So I did meet that goal, which was exciting. But yeah, as soon as I started getting out the layout, it all kind of worked out just fine. So here I am decorating. right, let's talk food because I'm going to start getting some of it going. First of all, I got the jack-o'-lantern pizza from Papa Murphy's, so I just have to put that into the oven. It only takes 12 to 18 minutes to bake, so that will be a later food. The right now foods I want to get started is the cheese dip so that the cheese has plenty of time to get melted, and I'm just doing the simple rotel where you just do the rotel and the Velveeta. And I'm going to start with half and 1 can and see, because my dogs are barking, because I'm just using the small crock pot for that. And then I'm also going to start the beef franks. It's hot dogs and barbecue sauce, and just start that on warm, but let that have time to cook. And then the other food I'm doing is pigs in a blanket. So since my dogs think that they need to bark outside, we're just going to put you on the tripod while I start doing some of the food. So I did cut up the cheese. I ended up using the whole block. It was overflowing. It was too much. 3/4 of a block would have been perfect. But anywho, so I got the cheese going. I got the hot dogs going. You didn't see, but closer to the party, I did bake the pizza. I made pigs in a blanket, and I was going to do chicken nuggets, but my best friend jumped in and she said she would just pick up boxes of McDonald's chicken nuggets. So we had McDonald's chicken nuggets in there. When I do the walkthrough, I'll show you the food all done. But making the food was pretty quick and easy overall. I did pick easy and junk foods because it's a party. But yes, here that is. For the final getting ready for the party, I put together my candy charcuterie tray. I did the 3-tier tray, which ends up being really cute, and just putting on a whole bunch of Halloween themed candies. It's really fun to do it this way. I don't usually do a 3-tier tray, but I found it this year and I thought it would be really fun to do. And it was right here kind of in a walkway, so everyone was just nibbling as they went by, which was a good way to do the candy too, because then everyone got some snacks off of it. We have finally made it to the final walkthrough of my party being all set up. Here is the living room and all of the decorations that I had put up. I did the little table for the games in front of the couch. I did the table in front of the dog's cage for the writing on the little slips. And I do like how it all turned out. I put a little fun scene on the TV, which worked out perfect too. I don't know if that shows in this video, but here it is. Here it is all done. I just want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me and watching this video get put together, kind of vlog style, kind of step by step, the whole get ready for the party. And I am going to end it with a couple of the kiddos playing some of the games during the party. So that way you can see a couple of them in action. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for spending this time. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Halloween 2025 is officially over on my channel, and now we get to move on to the next. But thank you. I can't wait to see you until the next one.
Rigged.
Woo!
Good shot.
Holding it up.
Yeah.
Woo!
And the afterlife is the boogeyman is literally
Oh, look at Landon right there. That's really cool.
we knew about one.
Dang.
L-A-L-O.
Where's Cameron at? He should be down here.
He did not want to play.